In this video, what you're going to learn is PhD tips for Zoom interviews. How do you actually get into a PhD program? When you have these Zoom interviews, you're also going to be able to apply this as you go about in your career. If you go into the research career, and you can apply it to assistant professor positions and beyond. These interviews, these Zoom interviews happen all of the time, and there's some critical, important things that you will learn. I've gotten probably tens of thousands of people into great PhD programs around the world now with the Reciprocity Project. As I build this out, you will find me all over the place. And I thought I would actually repeat this video, because I'm older and crustier now at this moment compared to the one that I put out before. You can find that on the Reciprocity channel. So what are some key tips when you are doing a Zoom interview for a PhD program? The key thing that you need to be doing is actually showing interest in the fact that research is happening, right? So you need to show interest in the people that you're actually wanting to do research with. So the critical thing, it's always the same. Did you actually read their work? Did you take the time to just even, and I don't want you to read everything. I want you just to read the abstract. That's going to be the critical thing all of the time. Go and read the abstract of the people that you're going to be talking to. Just their little tiny abstract, their bio. So you can actually have a conversation. Read an abstract of their research paper so you can have a conversation with them. That's the critical thing. And what we are almost always looking for is that you want to do research. This is going to be in any PhD program. It doesn't matter where you're going and what you're doing. It's always the fact that you're interested in doing research for a long time. That's what the degree is about. So you need to show this engagement. And so one of the couple of things that are great that you can show is that you can ask a question, extend their work into a different context, go into a different domain, ponder a little bit about what they have done and what they've said, and ask them, well, do you think I've got this access to this great data. Do you think I can do that in this particular context and what you did? What do you think about that? How can we actually apply this? So if you come into it engaged, and it's really, I think a lot of people get overwhelmed with all of this, but you don't have to be overwhelmed. You just have to focus on reading a few of their things. If you can have a conversation about that, the rest of it is sort of secondary. Nobody really cares about the other stuff that goes on. Well, they care. But the critical thing is you can have that conversation about what they're doing. And it's not about you. It's really never about you. It's always about the other people. It's always about being engaged. This is how you carry on a conversation. This is what it actually takes, is to be engaged in what other people are doing. It's flattering, but it's also, it's fun when you get into those moments where, if you are somebody that's very young, right? And I was, trust me, I feel like I'm still I'm a young person stuck in an old person's body. I wish I could transplant to a new person. But what I want you to do is think about how you can carry on a conversation with somebody that is thought about something for a long time. And you need to sort of ponder about what that actually means. It's not about necessarily, for me, because I have huge imposter syndrome, like massive. And you can watch all of my videos about that. And it's really just about being engaged and pushing a single idea, and you'd be surprised how far you can actually take that. So that's one way to take it, actually read a little bit, and you could do that. There's some really great stuff. People are doing interesting things. Now, the other thing, and you're not going to understand everything. That's fine. but you can be engaged. Now, the other thing that you can come into with a Zoom interview is talk to everybody there about access to data, access to a particular interesting thing that you can get data about, or that you can study, right? I think even in the hard sciences, thinking and talking about like what is it that you can engage in terms of that you have studied something, like go out. I, if you want to really rock it, and you just like, especially if you're junior and you don't really have a lot of research behind your name, go out this weekend, spend Saturday and Sunday going and looking at a mud puddle and documenting the things, writing it down, documenting the things that you see in a mud puddle. It doesn't matter what you choose, it could be a mud puddle. I like mud puddles. So you look at the mud puddle, document what you could see, classify all those things, and then go talk to those people. It's the same as in the social sciences. I mean, go out in the street, document for a couple of hours. Nobody does this. Nobody does it. And yet, if you did it, it's impressive. Like all of a sudden, you're like in a different class because you showed that you've done it, right? Like you have something to talk about. You have these experiences to be like, oh yeah, I did this for a weekend and it was really boring. And the research folks are gonna be like, yeah, it's really boring. That's what research is, right? Like actually do this. Go out, and I don't know why people don't do this. And it's like mind blowing. Like you need to figure it out. Go do it. Engage in this world. Now the rest of it is all secondary. Whether you goof things up and you kind of are awkward. One of the things that ends up coming back to you a lot. So for me, again, I have this enormous imposter syndrome, particularly now I'm a little older. I've got gray hair, so people actually listen to me. But and not a lot, but like it happens. But here's the thing that you need to think about doing is that you just need to come into it realizing that your story, what you're about, is incredible, right? Like I think people they don't understand how incredible their stories are, and it doesn't matter where they're from. And like for me, I grew up with, I was the youngest of 6 siblings. I was the only one that went away to school. My oldest sister, eventually she went away to school, but the rest of it, it's just like you feel like you can't talk to these people, but it's not true. Your story is incredible. We want to hear those stories. Like that unique story is, oh my gosh, you're here and you've done all of that, and you've done these incredible things, and nobody has done that. You'll realize like everybody else has had help and all that kind of stuff, and you've done it yourself. Those things are amazing. Like that is what it's about, right? Like showing that you've actually done something and you're incredible, right? I want you to really engage in that. The rest of it, like whether you are, of course, you want to impress, wear a suit, but honestly, people look past that stuff eventually. Speak clearly. Like, I don't care about that. I am looking for, are you engaged and excited? Are you that person that's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go do that, right? And I'm not saying that you have to be, extroverted or anything like that. In fact, I love the fact when people are very introverted, but at the same time, you got to show that you've done stuff and that there's initiative. Why do I love introverted people? Because I get along with them. I understand them. I'm more of an introvert. So I want you to think about those things is, how do I engage, right? How do I talk to somebody? If you were to make friends with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, what would you do? You would compliment them, right? Like you would say, if you wanted to get a boyfriend or girlfriend, you would go up and say, I kind of I like what you're wearing. I like some of those things that you're actually doing right here. There's something interesting about that. And it's same with the intellectual effort. The same thing. Just be like, man, I read this one sentence that you wrote, and you could read one sentence, and you're like, how did you write that sentence? And all of a sudden you have this like conversation. Read one title and say, how did you think of that title? Right? Like engage in that stuff. All of a sudden it's like, and then like me on the other side or whoever is on the other side are like, oh, this is what I did. And all of a sudden it's like, it becomes about, not only it's flattering, but it's engaging and it's exciting. The rest of it, you're going to figure out as you go. And I encourage you to just really dig deep, really go into those moments where you're just excited about the work. That's all that anybody cares about. Are you excited to do the work? And if you're not, then that's what we're looking for. And if you are, you're going to show up and you're going to be smiling and engaged and you're going to be present. That's what we want. All right, take care. Hopefully this helps. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.